Hello friends, welcome to Abhinav Goswami Law classes. So friends, in this video, we are going to cover from section 52 to section 55 of Indian Evidence Act. So friends, why we are doing all these sections together is that friends, all these sections fall under the same category. All of these sections are talking about when does character of the parties in a particular suit or in a particular criminal proceeding become relevant for the decision of that case. Okay friends, so that is the reason that we are going to do these sections together. But friends, one more thing that I would like to tell you, that as far as these sections are concerned, I am not going to follow the chronological order like 52, 53, 53A, 54, 55. No, I'm not going to do like that. What I will do follow my own chronology. So you can just write down the chronology that I am going to follow. First, I will do section 52. Then I will directly go to section 55 because both are interrelated. Both of them deal with civil cases. Then I will go to 53. Then I will do section 54, 53 and 54. Both of them deal with criminal proceeding. And finally, I will come to 53A, which is the latest addition into this part, which came into effect from 2030. Okay, friends. So let's start with our discussion with this. So, friends, the first section that we are going to look today is section 52. Section 52 reads, in civil cases, character to prove conduct imputed irrelevant. Very important, irrelevant. In civil cases, the fact that the character of any person concerned in such as to render probable or improbable any conduct imputed to him is irrelevant. So friends, as far as this first part of section 52 is concerned, it is providing you a general rule. What is that general rule? That in civil cases, the character of the parties is irrelevant. It should not be taken into consideration. This is the general rule. So whatever be the nature of character, whether it is imputing any conduct on a particular party or not, doesn't matter, friends. As far as if it is a civil case, you cannot refer to the character of a particular person, whether of plaintiff or of defendant, as a relevant fact. Okay, friends, you can't say that this is a person who always breaks contract or whatever, who always frauds or whatever. Okay, just you can't rely on these previous conduct or which is imputing on the character of that person, and this fact is completely irrelevant in civil cases. Okay, friends, this is the general rule. Now there are two exceptions to this general rule in regard to civil cases. The first exception is provided by section 52 itself, and the second exception is provided by section 55 that we will do after this. What is the first exception, friend? First exception is, except in so far as such character appears from the facts otherwise relevant. So this first exception is saying that if the character of a particular person is coming out of facts which are relevant under any other provision of this act. For example, when we were discussing relevant facts, we discussed from section 6 to section 16. There were wide category of facts which were becoming relevant in both civil and criminal cases. So if the character of a particular person is coming out of any of those facts which are becoming relevant there, then it does not mean that that fact will be rejected. No, if a particular character, if a character of a particular person is coming out of any other fact which is otherwise relevant, then it can be accepted. So what I'm trying to say, what this exception is trying to say is that character by itself will never become a relevant fact in civil cases, but from if there is a fact which is relevant because of some other reason, not because it is hinging on character, but because of some other reason under different section. Once that fact is relevant, if it is also hinging upon, if it is also indicating the character of a party, then it will not be rejected, it will be accepted. So friends, this is the first exception. Now come to section 55, which provides for second exception. Character as affecting damages. In civil cases, the fact that the character of any person is such as to affect the amount of damages which he ought to receive is relevant. So friends, first thing that you must understand about section 55 sorry, section 55 is that it provides only for it is applicable only in the cases of plaintiffs. It is not applied in cases of defendants. So if the character of the plaintiff is such that it may increase or reduce the amount of damages which is being awarded in his favor, if the nature of the character is such, then it can be made a relevant factor. So what did you learn from this second exception, section 55, is that, friends, that first thing is that it is only in regard to plaintiffs. Okay, it is not applicable to the defendants. Okay, it is only applicable to those people in whose favor a particular amount of damages is being awarded, and that is plaintiff in most of the cases, right? Second important fact is that this character which you want to make relevant, that this character of the plaintiff which you want to make relevant under section 55 has to be of such a nature which affects the amount of damages that is being awarded in his or her favor. This is very important. So two requirements of this exception. Okay, friends, now come to explanation to section 55. In sections 52, 53, 54, and 55, the word character includes both reputation and disposition. But except as provided in section 54, evidence may be given only of general reputation and general disposition, and not of particular acts by which reputation or disposition were so. Friends, as far as this explanation is concerned, this explanation is not only for section 55. This explanation, which is defining the meaning of character, is applicable for all sections. Section 52, section 53, section 53A, section 54, and section 55 also. Okay, so this explanation is a universal explanation. What it is providing is that what is meant by this term character. What is it? What when you are saying that character will not be relevant under section 52, then you are providing exceptions. What is meant by this character? Character includes two things. It means reputation, it means disposition. So friends, reputation is something which other people of the society, other right thinking people of the society think about you. What are their thoughts about you? Okay, right thinking people of society. So reputation is essentially in the mind of all other people. It is not what you think about yourself. No, that is your self ego. What others thinks about you, right? This is reputation. What is disposition, friends? Disposition is like what is the company of a particular person. Company means not that company, legal entity. Company means from where a particular person belongs. Okay, what has been his previous association, where he has been. So this word disposition comes out of dispose. So to what circumstances this person is generally disposed of. Okay, so this is called disposition. So this term character includes both of these two things. Okay, so whenever we talk of character, we are essentially talking of reputation of a particular person or disposition of a particular person. Okay, friends. So as far as civil cases are concerned, we already talked section 52, and I told you that there is a general rule that the conduct of the parties is irrelevant and is not admissible in the court of law as a relevant fact. But there are two exceptions. The first exception, which is provided by section 52 itself, it says that if there is a particular fact which is becoming relevant because of any other provision of this act, not because of section 52, and it is also hinging upon the character of a particular person, then it can be admitted as a relevant fact. Okay, because the reason for its admissibility is not section 52, but because of some other provision. Okay, friends, what is the second exception? Second exception is provided by section 55. It simply says that if the nature of the character, if the fact which you want to bring before the court of law is of such a nature that it may affect the amount of damages that is being awarded to the plaintiff, then it can be admitted as a relevant fact. So two requirements of this second exception. First, the fact has to be in relation to plaintiff only, not defendant. And second, the nature of the character, the nature of the fact hinging upon the character must be such that it must affect the amount of damage. So if the character was bad, amount of damage will be reduced. If the character was good, it is not increased in most of the cases, but it is more or less for getting the amount reduced. So these defendants try to bring such facts which hinge upon the character of a such person, so that the mind of the court is influenced when he awards the amount of this damages. Okay, friends. So this second exception is essentially for the benefit of defendants. Okay, friends. This was the scenario as regard the civil cases, importance of characters as regards the civil cases. Now come to criminal cases. Section 53, 54 and 53A will talk about criminal cases. Section 53 reads, in criminal cases, previous good character, mind the words, previous good character, relevant. In criminal cases, the fact that person accused is of a good character is relevant. Very, very important. So friends, when we were talking of civil cases, section 52 told us that doesn't matter whether we are providing evidence of good character or bad character. No, they are completely irrelevant except in these two exceptions. But section 53 is saying that if a particular fact is indicating good character of a particular accused person, then this fact is relevant. Okay, friends. So what are the two things, important things that you learn about section 53 is that the fact which you want to make relevant as a character must be in relation to accused person, not a victim. Very important. So this character thing, good character thing, is only applicable for accused person. And second, that the evidence which is hinging upon the character must be indicating good character of the accused person. It must be going in favor of the accused person, not against him. Okay, so these are the two requirements of section 53. If these two requirements are satisfied, then such evidence of character can be relevant. Now come to section 54. Previous bad character not relevant except in reply. In criminal proceeding, the fact that accused person has a bad character is irrelevant unless evidence has been given that he has a good character, in which case it becomes relevant. So friends, what is the general rule against in regard to evidences of bad character? They are irrelevant. This is the general rule, that you can't give evidences of bad character of the accused. This is the general rule. But there is one exception only. What is that exception? If the accused has brought on record evidences showing his good character under section 53, then the other party, the victim party, can also bring evidence to contradict those statements of good character. So in such cases, in response to evidence of good character, the victim party can bring evidence of bad character. Only in this limited number of cases, evidences of bad character of the accused can be allowed. Otherwise, there is a general rule that no fact hinging upon the bad character of the accused will be relevant before the court of law. This is the general rule provided by section 54. And the only exception is in the cases of those cases where the evidence of bad character is given in response to the evidence of good character provided by the accused under section 53. So what are the things that you learn from section 53 and section 54? That both are applicable only for accused person. We are not talking of the character of victims here. We are only talking of the character of the accused person. Section 53 is talking of good character, and it said that generally, this is the general rule, that evidences of good character is allowed, is relevant. And what is section 54 saying? That as far as the evidences of bad character are concerned, they are irrelevant, they are not allowed. But there is one exception, that they can be given in response to the evidence of good character. Okay, these were section 53 and section 54. Now we are moving to our final section, that is section 53A. This section came after the Nirbhaya case. It came by 2013 Amendment Act. Okay, friends. So why this section was added? This is the only section which is talking of character of the victim. Friends, character of the victim, not character of the accused as section 53 or 54. It is talking of character of the victim. It is saying evidence of character or previous sexual experience not relevant in certain cases. In a prosecution for an offense under section 354, 354A, 354B, 354C, 354D, section 376, section 376A, section 376B, section 376C, D, DA, DB, or section 376E of IPC, or for attempt to commit any such offense where the question, very important part, please underline this line, where the question of consent is an issue, evidence of the character of the victim or of such person's previous sexual experience with any person shall not be relevant on the issue of such consent or the quality of consent. Very, very important protection has been created in favor of the victims of sexual offenses by section 53A. What is section 53A is saying, friends? That if there is a particular prosecution going on under any of these sections, all of these sections are talking of sexual offenses, okay, which are mostly against women, okay. So if there is a prosecution going under any of these cases, and the essential question, essential fact in issue is whether the particular act was done with the consent of the woman or not. So the consent is an issue. Consent is in fact an issue. If such is the case, then to prove the consent, the bad character or the previous character or previous sexual experience of that victim cannot be admitted as a relevant fact before the court of law. Very important, friends, very important law, that if the question before the court of law is whether the woman gave the consent or not to indulge into this sexual activity to any of these acts which are provided by these sections, the other party, the accused party, cannot come and say that this woman is of a bad character, this woman is of a loose character, or she has had indulged into sexual activity with many people or this people or that people. No, you can't do that. Because friends, if you have watched the movie Damini, what was happening in that? What was Amrish Puri doing in that? He was only hinging upon the previous character of that woman who was a victim of rape, right? So this is what section 53A is protecting you, protecting the woman, that if the nature of the case is such, is involving sexual offenses, and the question is of consent is the main question, the main fact in issue, then in such cases the other party is not allowed to bring evidences hinging upon the previous character of that woman or previous sexual experiences of that woman, because both of these acts have no relation with this accusation. Because even if that woman is of loose character, she has equal rights as any other woman to her bodily integrity. Very, very important. You must have watched the movie Pink, right? Doesn't matter if that woman is a prostitute or that woman takes alcohol, doesn't matter at all. So that is the reason those previous conduct, previous character or sexual appearances are completely prohibited by section 53A. So this, it becomes very important, friends, that you always remember the importance of section 53. So friends, with this, I will conclude my lecture for today. I hope you understood what I was trying to say. Just remember and keep in your mind the chronology provided: section 52 and 55 together, 53 and 54 together, and finally 53. So friends, with this, I will close this video. I hope you understood what I was trying to say. So friends, if you want to appreciate my efforts, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link to my, and if you want to be a part of my Telegram group, the invitation link to my Telegram group is in description to the video. Until then, friends, be safe, be happy. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.